Hi, Lucas.
Hi, poop fucker.
The fuck did you just say? Poop fucker?
That's you.
Poop ball.
That's so you.
I started watching the super fan series of some of the Office episodes. That's on Peacock. It just in bed, and so it's got all the extra deleted scenes from specific episodes. And some of the deleted scenes, I'm like, this was perfect. Why was this
Yeah,
omitted?
there's some good golden. I've seen some pretty good ones too. Yeah.
But
That's why we don't delete our scenes.
somehow poop ball made it.
What's the best joke of the series?
I just finished G-Force, and I was laughing so much listening to Cosmaster's review where he was like just occurred to me that if you aren't a fan of rodents, you might not want to watch this film. I'm
Yeah,
telling you right now, if you don't like
it's
rodents,
heavy on the rodents.
come read come read the reviews first to make sure that it isn't heavy on rodents, and so that you won't be afraid. I'm like, you're such an idiot.
He's the best. Hope we have him today. I
I
gotta do an
don't even
audio
know.
check. Levels check. Audio check. Audio check. Sick Lucas here. I'll be right.
Oh yeah, that's right. What kind of sickness?
I think it's a cold. I
Mono?
don't feel the best. Yeah, it's probably mono.
Shit.
I always will have mono though.
You live with that.
I do. Live with the shitty cat too. All right, I'm ready.
I'm gonna text Seth to see if he wants to join us for Ratatouille this weekend, because that's a big one. And I don't know if he's seen Ratatouille.
Yeah, he has.
He has?
It's Animal 2000.
I guess that's true. He didn't see like Wally though, but that's not animal. That's robot.
That's a
So you're
robot.
right. There's a distinct line.
He has seen it. Of course.
Hold up. My face is so oily. Ah.
Zipped on my nose.
Oh goodness.
It's okay.
Okay, that's better. Oh, I felt like my glasses were just gonna fall right off my freaking face. Okay. We'll slide my drink. I think we should be good. You ready? You ready?
Dark Lucas is ready.
Fuck. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Play. Movie. Young movie, baby.
Oh, that's pretty good. All I want to do is have some movies.
What is that a reference to? Huh?
Sheryl Crow.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do more Lil Wayne. A movie.
Oh, that's pretty
A
good.
movie.
Yeah.
A movie. What's another Lil Wayne?
I want to go watch a movie. Want to tell everyone.
I got a pocket full of movies.
Ooh. Black horse in a movie tree.
Katie Tunstall? What a throwback. Little black horse in a movie tree.
In a movie tree. How about Without Movie? Everybody's got a Without Movie song.
Yeah, I mean there's you
Or
two.
Home. Movie Home.
Gnome.
Yeah, did we go through this on an
Juliet.
episode?
Every band has a song called Without You. Yeah.
And isn't Home the number one song title?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Or Hallelujah or some shit. And Hotel for Dogs was number 2.
The most popular. What about Since
Song
You've Been
title.
Gone?
Since You've Been Gone. That's great.
I can't believe.
Since you've been dogs, you can stay at my hotel.
I'm barking along, rough, rough.
Yeah. Ooh, nice spice. So we got some dogs. They don't start in a hotel though, right, Brandon?
No, 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 no,
No, you would not.
no,
Far
no,
from it.
no. You would think, but no, no.
Far from
We'll
it.
we'll get there.
We'll get there. But
And
we
you
had
watch the movie Goodfellas, they don't start as Goodfellas.
did you know the Goodfellas was supposed to be called Wise Guys initially?
Well, a wise guy,
Because that
eh?
yeah, that's what the book was called. How's this? Okay, there you go. Now
127 hours. They don't start at 127
no, they
hours.
don't. They don't have Star Wars right out the gate. Yeah, they do, actually. Right away.
It just
Right away.
it always is.
Max isn't mad right away. You got these orphans instead, Brandon.
Orphans title card drop immediately with like the little Rube Goldberg like construction style animations.
It's a movie heavy on gadgetry.
Gadgetry, yeah. Makeshift engineering, kid makeshift engineering. All looks like science fair projects, to be completely honest.
Yeah, we'll get into their efficacy later. But there's some dumbass kids without parents at the start.
Actually, speaking of science projects, a lady just came into work today and was like, "Hey, do you guys have activated charcoal?" And I was like, "For what? Do you have alcohol poisoning? Like that's what you're supposed to do for that?" And she's like, "No, my kids are doing a science project." What? I don't know what they're doing with activated charcoal, but
That's cool.
props to
That's a
those
cool
kids.
project.
Yeah.
Well,
Also at work today, we're talking about IQs, and I brought
you
up,
tell your
oh,
famous Facebook
of course I did.
IQ test.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then
Well,
I started looking up the
well
highest
respected.
IQ. It's this guy Terrence Tao. He is an Australian man. He lives in Australia. Chinese immigrant parents, though. His dad was a pediatrician. His mom was a mathematician and physicist. He's a mathematician, the international chess master, um, the I can't even remember what. It's like the Nobel Prize for mathematics winners. His wife is a jet propulsion engineer at NASA.
What does he do?
The He's a mathematician and a professor at UCLA.
What's he?
And then his brothers are both like mathematicians or stuff. I was like, this shit's great. He
That
graduated.
is,
He
yeah,
started teaching kids counting and simple math at the age of 2. I was like, what? You're
yeah.
teaching at
Why?
2? He
That's
graduated
pretty
high
gnarly.
school at 9.
Years old.
Yeah, he graduated high school at 9. He had his bachelor's and his master's degree at age 16. No, he started high school at 9. Had those at 16, got his PhD at 21, full-time professor and like published Nobel laureate and
He
prize
can
winner at 24.
he can catch these hands though,
Oh yeah, he couldn't. Not
into his face.
Yeah, that's where he'd catch him with his mouth.
Bring Mark Wahlberg around. So yeah.
Rube Goldberg machines.
Yeah,
And
speaking of science fairs, yes.
all these moving pieces and animations is actually an animatronic setup inside of a store. And a dog is outside the window barking at the little burger the man is flipping, the little fake burger.
Yeah, he wants a bite of it.
The dog tied up outside is Friday. And he's trying to find food in the trash until he catches the smell of a hot dog, breaks out of his harness or his
This is
collar, and
Chicago, right? Is this where
chases
they're
it
at?
down. Yeah,
Nameless City?
yes, yeah,
That
something.
was Chicago. Yeah.
It it isn't. I believe it is a nameless city, but I think they mention like Chicago or Detroit or it's like a
Thought so.
Midwest, yeah, big city
Vibe, yeah.
Midwest vibe. And so he
Known
breaks
for their
free.
hot dogs.
Really like graphic shots of like the dog POV smelling things.
There's some like shaggy dog shit, yeah.
All turns like black and white filter and it's like fuzzy around the
You think
edges.
you think the director thought he's doing some shit there?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's like
Dog
smelling the
vision?
garbage, smelling
Yeah.
sweaty women, or not women, sweaty men, smelling some butt cracks and the hot dog. And The man's toying with the dog with the hot dog. He's like, "Oh, you want some?" Then fucking snatch it back.
Fucking dick.
Karma's a bitch as he gets splashed by a truck, and then Friday takes his hot dog. Also, he got splashed with all that water. It was a perfectly clear day. It was like sunny out.
Yeah, it must be a drainage puddle. I thought that too. It was a little odd. But I mean, I've seen it. One of the weirdest
Yeah.
things that's ever happened in my life is I was driving to a speech and debate bus pickup at like 4 a.m. once in high school.
Of course.
Completely dry morning. All of a sudden, I was driving there. It was like a bucket of water dropped on my car specifically, and I was like at a stoplight. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked around. There was no rain. It was perfectly clear. Didn't rain on either side of that. Just a
Oh, this
bucket
was
of water
as
fell.
this is as you were driving to the
Yeah.
bus to take you.
It was
I thought you were saying you all just like took your own
The
car.
sky
No, I
leaked.
get it now.
Yeah,
It just dumped on you. Yeah. Well, it gives the overhead shot too as like the truck drives away. The roads are dry too. I was like, where did this water come from? But
It's Chicago, baby.
yeah, that's classic. And Andy and Bruce, Emma Roberts, Bruce, Jake T. Austin, they're little thieves. They're little hacks as they repackage a large, so medium-sized rock inside a walkie-talkie box and then heat seal some shrink wrap around it to resell it to a pawn shop. These kids they're thinking on their toes, to be completely honest. I mean, they are hacks, but kids got to make some money.
Entrepreneurs. Yeah. It's
They're
that pull your bootstraps mentality. That this
they're
movie,
intuitive as well.
their true ethos of this film, yes. I've got the
It's
victim here.
Mongo the movie cat.
He's in an ass mode tonight.
What does he rate All About Eve?
All About Eve, Jinjo? 8.7. He loves All About Eve.
Wow.
Yes. Why do you love All About Eve? You love Preston Sturgis? You love Preston Sturgis? Independent cinema. Okay. Unless he directed that, right?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I believe so. Shout out Mongo.
Shout out Mongo the movie cat, giving us our weekly rating.
And his weekly butthole. Tune in.
Tune in at the second YouTube at 12:50 for the weekly butthole. But
Brandon's.
The dog outside that store was Andy and Bruce's, and they bring him back a bunch of hamburgers from the walkie-talkie they sold. And they're eating in the park when the cops come with the pawn shop owner. They get arrested for reselling falsified products.
But they can't really be tried as adults.
No, they're not really arrested, but they're put in like a...
They're put in, what do you call those? You get your head locked up with your hands.
No, that's not where they were put.
The blockades.
They're
brig.
They're basically in a holding area. While Don Cheadle, a.k.a. Bernie, who is their social worker, they are, like you said, foster kids, gets them out and is stern with them. He's their social worker. He sounds like they've been in the system and bounced around a lot for their hijinks and poor behavior.
But, I mean, he's not like a villainous character either.
No, he's definitely not their father, I will tell you, but a father figure. He cares about these kids.
He's black.
Right? Yeah, and they're not.
I mean, that can happen, but
it could. Yeah.
Yeah, way to make that clear.
We've already established that Emma Roberts' father is Kevin Roberts.
Well, so. in the filmic universe, they're orphans.
Yeah,
except they have a friend as a mom.
What?
I'll be there for you too.
Oh, a friend. Yeah, their foster parents, Lisa Kudrow and God, what was his name? I've seen it. Johnny Simmons.
I knew a Johnny Simmons in high school.
They are just fucking wannabe rock stars. So lame.
What era do you think they were? Were they like trying to be like Aerosmith or something?
They were trying to be like lame 80s pop rockers.
Yeah, they weren't like, and they suck because Lisa Kudrow. Once again, I think it confirms what you said last time we watched a Kudrow film, that she should do nothing but but stick to the friends.
Her role needs to be only Phoebe because anytime she tries to deviate from that, it's
I
horrendous.
mean, you kind of you're supposed to hate them a little bit, but they fucking suck.
They suck so much. They seem to be doing the bare minimum as foster parents. They lock up the
Cashing
pantry
that
and the
check.
fridges. They are only doing frozen TV dinners every day. Make the kids share a room with one bed, it looked like in there.
Yeah, I mean, not an unscathing criticism of the foster system we've got going on.
Yeah. And Bernie covers for them because they're like, where were you? You guys are late for dinner and everything. He covers for them, tells them they can't mess things up anymore, or he will have to split Bruce and Andy up and find homes separately because an 11-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl are hard enough to place. When foster people take people in, oftentimes they want the younger kids, and
Yeah,
two teenagers that they
it's
have to take
fucked
them
up.
both in is really hard. So,
Fucked up.
but
And they hate dogs.
they hate dogs, and nobody knows. Even Bernie doesn't know that they've still got Friday. He was their family dog when their mom and dad
My
were
boy
around.
Friday. Yeah,
TGI Fridays. Have you ever eaten at a TGI Fridays?
I have. Have you?
Yeah, I ate at one in South Dakota, Rapid City.
I think I ate at one in Fargo with both the Dakotas.
Have you eaten at a Ruby Tuesdays?
No.
I
Have
also
you?
ate there in Rapid City.
There's not many left, but have you eaten at my favorite restaurant on planet Earth, the Rainforest Cafe?
I've not eaten at a Rainforest Cafe. I've heard lovely things.
Yeah, you would love it. Yes, it's my favorite.
Where
But
have you gone to a Rainforest Cafe?
I think in Seattle. I think at the
Sure,
Mall of
that makes sense.
America. I think I've been to a few
Have you
Rainforest
eaten at a
Cafes.
Long John Silver's?
Oh yeah, we used to have one in Kalispell
You go
back
nuts
when I was growing up.
over that cod.
Fish, yeah.
Well, they are barely able to get Bernie out of there before he sees Friday. No one knows about him. And they go to bed. They wake up the next morning. Friday is missing.
Well, he's like free to roam and shit, but
Yeah, he
he
lives
usually
on.
comes back.
He basically, yeah,
He's a
they've
street
got,
stray.
yeah, street stray. They've got the whole like fire escape elevator set up for him. But
That
he's missing. They
he's
go
pretty. Yes,
downstairs
yes.
and
Can't
see
find him.
their foster mom making breakfast.
See ya.
They see Sia. No,
Yeah, it's
Dad, it just
hard.
looks like Sia. You can't see her.
It is because of her face. Yes.
You can feel the lyrics and spirit coming in braille. I tell another underground coming farther from trail. I made Sunday candy, I'm never going to hell. I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail.
Yeah, he got him. Nice. And then he fell off. That was the apex.
Oh my god. Ultralight
Mister
beam.
the Rapper. Yeah.
Both of them, really.
Yeah. No.
They
Not wrong.
started to down. Did you hear Mr. the Rapper is getting divorced though?
I did. Good.
So
Good.
who knows? He might have some bangers coming out.
Maybe. Probably corny shit. Mister the Rapper.
Hot damn, hot water, hot bath.
Yeah, the worst shit ever.
But Bernie, or not Bernie,
Bernie.
Friday, he is on the counter trying to steal the bacon and sausage, and the foster mom's just so completely oblivious that he's right behind him on the counter. The kids are doing all the like classic hijinks, like
Look
trying to
over
get him
here.
back to the room. Oh yeah. Oh, I meant to say this. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
All that stupid shit. They end up getting him back to the room, put him on the fire escape, and this is where you see the whole science project elevator
It's like
down
an
the fire
elevator,
escape.
yeah.
And now he's on the town.
Friday, my boy Friday. He's not gonna get snatched up by a pound guy or anything, I hope.
He's not gonna, I don't know, maybe track down a Euro cart with his smell.
Yeah, he might though.
So what happens next?
There's a robbery, right?
That's
Isn't
later.
there? Oh.
Euro smells a Euro cart.
Smells
Or
like Euro
Friday
cart.
smells a Euro cart, and he
And his
chases it down.
racist
But then
ass
he
takes it
gets,
off. That's right.
but then a animal control gets him.
Which is always that's right. And which is always a great villain, I think, in any dog based movie. Just a big guy with a net out snatching dogs, right?
The thing is like these guys that worked for the animal control never felt remorse. It's like, oh, here's a stray. We gotta pick him up. It's always like, fuck yeah, we got a dog, and they're gonna be fucking
They're gonna be
killed in
killed.
5 days
Yeah.
in the pound. I was like,
We're gonna
you
put
guys
a
gotta chill.
that's what I mean. That will make some good villains, I think. Any good dog catcher. To sign up for that role, I think you need a little bit of like to kill dogs in you.
God, I was just like, they didn't have a single remorse for like a lost dog every single time. Like, we gotta kill this bitch in 5 days.
Yeah, or
Like,
like
oh.
check if it has a microchip in it. It's probably the days
No,
before the microchip.
could be,
God
but
forbid.
um, Andy and Bruce, they can't find him anywhere. They've got like a megaphone attached to like a can of food with a little pen on it to sound like it's opening to signal Friday to come on back, but he doesn't come back. And
That would get Pat to come.
as they search, Bruce suggests he looks at this abandoned hotel, the Francis Duke Hotel. He's like, maybe he went in here, and they're like, no, don't be stupid. So, as any kids do, they put up flyers.
Yeah, lost dog, lost mom posters, right? What was that from?
Lost mom?
Yeah, what show is that from? Or movie? Fuck.
Doesn't.
The mom ran away and the kid went up and put up lost mom flyers and the dad just sat there smoking cigarettes all night until there's a tiny little mountain of cigarette ashes. You keep going.
You're gonna look up the lost moms shit?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they put up flyers and they put some up in a pet store. I can't remember the pet store's name, but inside is a worker, Dave. And Andy comes in to put up the signs, and my God, he's flirting big time with her immediately. Even though the pet store groomer, his coworker, Heather, has the hots for him already. And it's so obvious she does, but he's oblivious to that.
It's funny that way, Brandon.
Oh, it's humor.
It is humor. If the man won't sex the woman, that's a subversion of the tropes. I couldn't find a damn thing.
I didn't think so. Lost mom post. Well,
is it not The Office or something? I don't know.
No, there's no. But Andy and Bruce, they figure if we're gonna check the pound just in case, they go to the pound and they see the grim state of all the dogs that are living in there, and watch as somebody takes a dog to the back, like this golden retriever, and come back with only the harness pole. He's all smiling. He's like, "Well, fuck, they just killed a dog."
That was a murder.
You know how long
sounded,
putting a dog down takes?
Yeah, that's some real zone of interest shit. We didn't see it, but we saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happened right there. We're living with it.
And also, they're pointing at Friday as they're like, or they're looking at Friday right as he is brought in. They're like, "Oh, that's our dog." And the guy that caught him acknowledges them. He's like, "This is your dog," and they're like, "Yeah." He just fucking throws Friday into the thing, like violently throws him in. And they're like, "What the hell?"
They're worse than like Cruella de Vil.
Yeah. And Bruce sees the sign because the pound is at capacity. Normally, it's 7 days, a week long before they have to put down. It's not a no-kill shelter. So 7 days before they put it down, it's at capacity. All they've got is 72 hours. So they got to work fast. I know.
And they're so happy to do it, of course, right?
Yeah. And so Andy tries to get Friday, but the worker requires a parent there to fill out the paperwork. He's like, "I'm not going to be the person to let a kid walk away with a dog again."
That must have happened in the past. And then I don't think that Lisa Kudrow and other guy are really going to do it though.
No, so she slaps down a wad of cash, and he lets him take Friday, and yeah,
and they're out and they're free, and that's the end of the movie. They did it. They beat the system.
There's no hotel. It's all a lie.
Yeah, the hotel is in their minds.
Andy proposes that it may be time to find Friday a new stable home instead of bouncing from foster home to foster home and trying to hide him everywhere. But Bruce
Put him
doesn't
up for
want to let him
adoption.
go. And this is when a bunch of burglars rob a place right in front of the kids.
This is what happens.
Cops are coming up. They're there immediately. So they start running from the cops, run through an alleyway when the Francis Duke Hotel sign lights up as they run by. And so Friday and the kids go inside and hide as the cops run on by.
Classic, like hiding in the corner, go right by.
Yep.
Cops, if this was 2024, I thought they would have shot the fucking kids, right?
with a bazooka.
If the filmmaker had any balls, they would have shot the children or shot at the children. Right?
Yeah.
But
Thor Freudenthal ain't got no balls.
He doesn't. He really doesn't. But he does. They step in the hotel. You think they're out there safe? Row, spooky, supernatural.
Yeah, and Friday's missing in there. He ran off. They were hiding right at the front, so they're searching. A lot of movement in this abandoned hotel. Something growling, sneaking around along with them.
Yeah.
But along with Friday, inside is a little Boston Terrier and a big old Mastiff.
It's Georgia and
Lenny.
Don't tell me Lenny. It's because it's like a what you call it? It's a Great Gatsby thing.
No,
it's a Of Mice and Men thing. Yeah,
it's a Harry Potter thing.
Not a Harry Potter thing.
No.
We hate J.K. Rowling. So
Friday leads them upstairs to see them all, like they're laying in a bed together in the hotel. Very cute scene is Friday climbs in between them on the bed with the other dogs, so it's biggest to smallest with Lenny and then Friday and then Georgia.
Lenny's gigantic.
All just kind of cuddling together on the bed.
That's true.
They're like, well, let's let Friday stay with these dogs for one night so we can figure out a plan. And as they leave him there, the hotel's neon sign lights up, the Francis Duke Hotel. And that is the end.
Act 1.
The end of the movie.
And Act 1, the denouement, if you will. This is I checked out a little bonus content on YouTube. I watched a little bit of a let's play of the video game 3DS tie-in for Hotel for Dogs.
Wait. You watched that or you played that?
I watched the let's play of it because I did not have access to a 3DS any longer. And this is where the story starts in the game. So they just come upon the hotel. And then it's mostly managing the dogs' needs as well as building gadgets, which is true for the rest of the movie. It's true to the plot.
Yeah. And avoiding being beat by their foster parents.
That's right. Well, there's less of that in the game.
That's the boss. Those are the boss levels. They didn't get to the boss levels in the Let's Play walkthrough.
I don't think they were boss levels that I found.
Well, Don Cheadle's wife, Bernie's wife, tells him he can't keep bringing work home and worrying about these kids all the time. You know?
You need to toughen up.
They've got their own relationship to work on
or quit
as well. Or quit on the kids. And the next morning, Bruce picks the lock on the pantry, starts stealing food to bring to all the dogs. But everybody in the city is being alerted to that hotel because the Mastiff is howling like crazy and alerting the whole neighborhood.
Luckily, big animal catchers haven't descended yet, but it's only a matter of time if he keeps howling like this. What does he want, Brandon?
I like that animal control had like this special like hearing device thing with the headphones on to pick up any animal sounds, but
barking.
All he wants
all over.
I know, right?
He wants to see. He wants to view, Brandon. When
they left that night, they closed the blind in that hotel room. So they get there just in time before animal control is cold. They pull open the thing, and he's totally fine. He just wants to see the sunrise and the skyline.
What a sentimental, weird little dog.
Yeah.
But that's gonna get them in trouble if it keeps happening because people are gonna fucking see him and his ass in there.
Mm-hmm. And The dogs won't eat the food that they brought, the TV dinners and shit. But Friday's showing them all the signs he wants to stay with those dogs at the hotel. And Bruce has even named them Lenny and Georgia now. She's like, fuck. Fine. So Andy
You can
goes to
stay with in the weird hotel,
Andy goes to the pet store to buy dog food, and she tells Dave a lie that her family takes in stray dogs all the time.
Well, I mean, not entirely untrue now, Brandon.
Yeah. And he shows her that here at the pet store, they have a couple dogs that need adopted and have been here for forever because they aren't puppies anymore. You've got Shep, the herding border collie. You've got Romeo, the shaved Afro Chihuahua.
Yeah.
And you've got, I can't remember the bulldog's name, but he chews through everything.
Yeah, Beaver or something. No, it's not Beaver.
I don't know if it is. I don't think it was Beaver, but Shep, the herding dog, starts pushing Andy into Dave with his herding skills. They fall into each other's arms. So romantic. Oh,
it's horrible. Yeah. Oh, they're children, Brandon. That's gross. And then the kids are like, fuck, we can turn this into a business. Make some serious cash with this, actually.
No, they don't make any cash.
Goes into that kind of movie.
Dave offers to drive her with the dogs to their home, which is just the hotel. I like the idea that she was going there to buy food and she was like looking at the dog food and she's like, all right, 45 pounds. I've got just enough for 2 of these. So it was like she was going to carry 90 pounds of dog food back to that hotel.
Yeah, she's tiny, Emma Roberts.
90 pounds worth of dog food?
She could have done 2 trips maybe, but.
Oh, are you going to eat all that dog food yourself?
You bitch. Yeah.
The best Toby Flenderson line from you gonna eat all that dog food yourself. Why did he even say that? Why was he so upset?
He was vindicated. He was so vindicated.
I know.
Yeah, he was mad that they were skipping the system.
Well, they get back, or Bruce is there with the dogs. They won't stop barking at him now for not playing fetch. So he gets the idea to create a little fetch machine out of a broom and a hat. You put the ball on the broom, it's got a little plunger. You step on the thing, it launches the thing.
He's very the series of unfortunate events. The Baudelaire kid who invents stuff. That's this kid.
100%
this girl.
Kid. Yes.
Violet.
No, it's not Violet. That's Willy Wonka.
What's the oldest Baudelaire girl's name?
I don't know, actually. Now I think it could be Violet. I don't know any of their names except for Lemony Snicket.
Violet, Klaus, and Sunny. I only knew Violet. There's a lot of Violets because I actually did think it was wrong, but only because I thought it was the Incredibles girl.
Shit.
Isn't she Violet?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Violets up there. Okay.
And Andy takes in the 3 dogs. Dave brings them there. Heather from the pet store, though, Andy's stealing her man, so she's all suspicious. Follows them there to the hotel. Sees them all with 6 dogs in there, and she's like, well, I want to help you in this operation of taking care of all of the dogs, too. So now we have a hotel for dogs.
Yeah, and they're cooking. We get a montage. They're working together. They're building gadgets. They end up with like a fuck ton of dogs.
Yeah. Bruce decides to be innovative and uses engineering abilities to design devices to make their jobs easier. So it's montage of them getting organized. It's a montage of them being responsible. Montage of all the inventions. So they got like the
responsibility montage.
They got the invention of like the automated timer set feeders on like a little Ferris wheel thing. A self-cleaning fire hydrant pee spot.
That's cool.
That was pretty good.
They had to build that in the game.
Oh, that's gotta be tough. You gotta do your own plumbing and shit.
It was tough there, yeah. And if you did, the dog's kidneys exploded. It was cool.
Oh my god! And then a self-disposing poop bag outhouse system.
Everything you need. This is a fucking genius. He'd be a billionaire.
Honestly, somebody
Yeah.
fucking Ford hire him for your what
For
is
your
it called? Your
poop.
conveyor belt lines.
Oh yeah, that too.
For your poop.
Your poop.
Hire him for all your poop needs. Well, some random kid from the street walks into the hotel
My boy Mark.
on Mark, yeah, on them with all the dogs. He's like, I want to help you out. But also, this is
Yes.
going to be great because I can get an in with either Heather or Andy. He likes the ladies.
Yeah, well, so it's like I was like, hey, I'm here. I'm walking in. I want to help the dogs. How does he know what's going on? First off, enough to know that he can just walk in and be like, I'm in.
He works at the shop next door,
Hmm.
and I think he's seen them coming in and out enough that he knows that there's somebody in this abandoned building. But he just walked in. He's like, I'm in.
Yeah, all 100%. Tell me what to do.
I'm in.
Who
I'm
do I
gonna
go
help
after?
you out. If there's a chance for pussy, great. And I mean, he's
It's not. It's
he.
the opposite of pussy because if canines abound.
Yep. And I mean, he played young Stu, so obviously he's in for the ladies
And well, yeah, obviously.
in young Nacho Libre. But
What's his name? He's a
Mark,
great actor. No,
oh
no, no.
Troy
The
Gentile.
Gentiles, right?
And so Bruce brings in a seventh dog that he found scrounged in the dump, and they're like, "We've got we have enough space. Like, what if we just like took in?" They joke
Every
about like, "What
dog.
if we just took in every stray off the streets?" So now a third montage in 10 minutes of them intercepting radio frequencies from animal control to find strays and bring them back.
Yeah, so he should be like blasting the town with like EMPs if he's got this much technology, but he's snatching him right out from under death, it seems.
He's doing it quicker than they are when they're getting the distress call
Yeah,
first and have those sonic hearing devices.
I could hear him bark. I know he can intercept the bark hearing device.
That's the thing is their hearing devices are too strong. They're in inner city Chicago. They're hearing too much.
Of course, there's 1,000 dogs barking at any given moment, let alone the hundreds of thousands of bullets flying around.
In
Insane.
cars and rats
And grenades, yeah,
yeah, IEDs all over the streets of Chicago.
Chirac. And they end up, you know what?
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say they end up with 20 fucking dogs.
Yeah, they even use Friday as like a distraction to take all of the dogs that were caught by animal control out of the fucking animal control truck. That
That's
I'm
a
like,
that's a
damn,
felony. But yes, yeah,
it
part of a felony.
100% is a
Yeah.
felony. But in my notes, I got so sad. Oh, a
You tear
three-legged
up.
dog.
You love a tripod.
Oh my god, I do. We almost had to amputate Caesar's leg way back when he had that cancer on his leg,
What a
and
fucking survivor he's been. Yeah, holy cow.
he's had that surgery twice now. We were like, what if we would have made him a tripod? Like, we can do it now because he's almost 11. Like, that recovery is going to be tough. But when we did it first time when he was 5, he could have probably rebounded.
It built some character.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, tripod's always sad.
three-legged dog and
It's
animal
almost
control.
emotional manipulation.
Animal control now has nothing to do, so they do thumb wars.
Yeah, they have nothing less to listen to. All the dogs have been saved in the whole city.
And this is where I really started to pick up on it because I put my notes like, seems like all they really want to do is capture strays and just kill them right away. They're like, oh, there's no fucking dogs to kill around here. Like, guys,
No kidding.
calm
Go,
down.
go sign up for the force, boys. They need you.
Your idea should be there's no dogs to get off the street so that they are safe for a while. No,
Not
there's no dogs to kill. But Bruce
Hey.
has made a lot of inventions in the meantime, like auto fetchers. He has the car simulator thing. Doorbell simulators that dogs can bark at. A doggy wash. A makeshift herding zone with robot
like
sheep.
a treadmill or something.
There's treadmill, yeah, the walkers. A self-service shoe vending machine.
That's kind of funny.
Where the hell did they get a? Oh, I guess it's a hotel.
So
They
many
have a vending
shoes.
machine.
Well, shoes as well.
Ice machine too. They have to have an ice machine.
That's a big amenity.
Um, but Romeo, the ugly Chihuahua, is
Sexy
so
ass.
in love with this mini poodle coming out the bath.
We've got a
She's
bunch of
shaking off.
mini love stories. Yeah,
Her name is
this is
Juliet.
uncomfortable. Of course, Brandon.
See, they were trying to make the dog look hot, like Romeo's in love. What they
Bad.
should have done was lean into the Juarez G-force thing.
No, also bad. That was also not sexy.
But everybody knew Juarez was hot.
We shouldn't have.
But
We
we
should not
did.
have known that.
Both of us saw that and we're like, well, she's the hot one.
I know, and that's a sin against our brain electrodes.
But Bernie comes by, the
No.
foster parents, the kids are there, and takes the kids to tell them that he has found the perfect foster family for them. They just sent
parents.
Yeah, they just sent the 2 foster kids that they had off to college and are looking for 2 more, which means no more Carl and Lois. The only problem,
thing,
3 hours
away.
out into the countryside.
Into Kentucky, mind you.
Was it in Kentucky?
No.
Oh, that I was gonna say I didn't think so, but
Just
3
based off
hours
of
away from
our Illinois clues.
could be like somewhere in Wisconsin.
Or like Indiana.
Could be, yeah. It's 3 hours
Iowa.
away from the city, and so it's this once in a lifetime offer, but they turn it down.
Missouri.
New Mexico.
Nebraska.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia. They do. They're making too much money with their business right now.
They're not making any money. They got to be near the dogs to save them. And back at the hotel, Dave invites Andy to one of his high school parties. And she's going to go, but she doesn't want to tell him where she lives so that he can come pick her up. She's like, why don't we just meet here at the hotel? He's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And dinner for all the dogs, because there's so many of them, is now a very large and efficiently organized event, all set at the giant dining room table. Each dog has it timed out with their own seats, with their own amount of food measured out.
Yeah, their own chairs and everything.
Yeah. And Andy's getting ready for the party, but she doesn't have much of a dress. She's a foster child. She's been bounced around, doesn't have great clothes. Bruce is like, check room 502, sister.
Dress me down in dog skins.
No.
I was like, it is a dress.
I was like surprised that he knew the room number for her to check for dresses her size and style, and
put it away. Clocked it.
Apparently. And she walks into the party and just stuns Dave.
Oh, that too. Well, yeah. They should have played I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight across. Yeah.
Slow-mo as she walks in. Heavy fan action. Heavy illuminating lights.
The voyeuristic look about a 15-year-old girl, but yeah.
Everything else is blacked out around it, heavy lighting on her. Then you get Dave's face, slow-mo turning wide-eyed, and it didn't do any of that.
Yeah. She does stun her, though, but it's not for long.
No. And while she's gone, Lois ends up going through Bruce's backpack and finds a hairdryer. And it's her hairdryer. She starts interrogating him to find out what else he has stolen and why.
And why.
So, a little trouble going on while Andy's gone.
So all of her dog collars, all of her leather,
all of her handcuffs.
Whips. Yeah. For the dogs, of course.
Bruce, where did you put all my butt plugs?
They're in the dogs, honey. There's 2 toys, Brandon. It's
I,
like a
I
Kong.
I really feel like I'm missing like 20 nipple tassels right now.
Funny. Yeah. I
Said
ate
Phoebe
those.
from Friends.
Yeah.
And a guy at the party recognizes Andy from his grandparents' apartment building.
Yeah. Keep going. Why are you the
See,
worst?
I can't even hear the cat.
He's
I
being
can
a dickhead.
I can never hear the cat. I don't think he's that much of a worry.
Oh, he's just annoying the whole household here.
But yeah, this guy recognizes her from his grandparents' apartment building. He outs her. He's like, "Oh, you're the one with the foster parents, right?" Right in front of Dave. She tries to
Dave
cover
don't
it
like
up.
poor girls. Yeah.
No. She tries to cover it up because she's ashamed and makes it seem like a very negative thing that she's a foster child. She doesn't have any control over this. It's not a.
No,
I
of
mean,
course
yeah, you
not.
could
I
be
mean,
caught in a shitty situation. That doesn't make you a worse person, though.
but kids are fucking shitty, and they will do shit like this.
Sure. So she storms out of there before things can get too bad. Bumps into a guy, getting drink spilled all over her in her new dress. It's one
This night is
nightmare.
ruined.
One nightmare after another nightmare.
After another nightmare. After another nightmare.
Is the cat taken care of now?
Nah, probably not.
I was gonna say that's like the 9th time you've gotten up in 30 seconds.
He's being bad.
Every time you sat down, you're immediately like, nope, we're going again.
But the night is ruined.
But it's gonna get worse because, of course, while Andy is at the party and Bruce is held up being interrogated, the dinner train feeding machine breaks down, and
Oh my
inside
god.
the hotel, chaos ensues as dogs get into all sorts of things to find food. They're chasing Georgia, who got the soul
Fighting.
bone. Little
Yeah.
Georgia stepped on something, and another dog stepped on it. She just went flying through the air. Like,
That was
dogs
pretty
are
funny.
flying in the hotel. I had no clue
It's
what she
crazy.
stepped on. But Bruce flees from Lois and Carl while they were trying to get Bernie on the phone, and he comes to the hotel. And he enters the hotel and finds Friday all alone up front. And just Andy kind of shows up right at the same time of it as him. And they just kind of come into the chaos together, not knowing what's going on. But I don't know how they followed so quickly. But Carl and Lois are also there, right behind them.
Right hot in the tail. Now I got the cat in here.
They are discovering all the gadgets in there that have been made with the stolen stuff from their home. So their shoes and, like I said, their hair dryer, and I can't remember. They specifically saw one thing like, it was his wah wah pedal or whatever it is for his drum.
His double bass drum pedal.
It was not that, but
But the cops are there.
yeah, everyone's there basically. Police come to the hotel, so Bruce and Andy shut down all the lights and all the gadgets and get the dogs to hide. And fucking Carl and Lois are the dumbest people of all time. We've already said it.
Oh yes, that's been
But
established.
they are so stupid about the lights and about the animatronic sheep, and they end up hiding from the metal sheep inside the poop
Here.
room.
And yeah, which Devin would go nuts for, I thought.
Of course, like, oh, what's the smell?
He'd
They
love a
hit
poop room.
they hit a lever, fall onto the conveyor belt, are unable to get up off the conveyor belt, and then get sucked down the poop
Fuck
chute.
down to get shit all over him.
Yeah.
It's
Land
a
in the
great
dumpster
triumph.
with
You would think
poop.
this would come at the climax of the movie, but no.
Besting their stupid foster parents. Yeah. But as the cops search the hotel, Lenny cannot resist the urge to howl because they closed the blinds. And so
Yeah,
it
that's a
alerts the
good bit of
cops
writing.
to one room. They open the door. It's Bruce,
All the
Andy,
dogs.
and fucking 40 dogs in one room.
Yeah, they're all silent. That's kind of funny shit.
And so animal control's up. They're taking every dog. And that one guy from the pound from earlier that threw Friday comes up, just takes Friday right out of Bruce's fucking arm. He's like, give
He
me that
wanted him.
fucking dog.
This wasn't over.
Yeah. And Dave and Heather watch as Andy and Bruce are put into police cars and the
Into a
neon
separate
hotel
costume,
sign
too.
goes out.
Very symbolic. And they got to be
And that
separated.
is the end
That is the end.
of Act 2.
Probably.
Do you have a fancy word for that?
No.
Damn. Well, Bernie can't do for much now as Lois and Carl aren't going to take them back, so they're going to have to be split up as siblings. Bruce gets one last word with Andy as they cry and hug, saying that he can make it on his own, but even though she was supposed to keep them together, they were supposed to keep the dogs together. And they both failed at their jobs, but even though they did, they would do it all over again if he had the choice. This was the best part of his life. I'm not.
Wow.
An impactful moment, but I did not cry. And the fucking pound is packed. They just added 40 plus dogs in there. It's so packed that some of the dogs don't even have their own, like, well, none of them have their own cage. They're sharing it. But there's some just tucked in the corner that are just tied up.
Yeah, it's a sad sight.
So the pound is packed. Bruce is in an all boys home. Didn't even get a fucking slice of pizza.
He was left out. Yeah.
The foster home ordered one pizza for 9 boys.
Okay, another foster home cashing the check.
And Andy isn't eating in the girls' home, and all the dogs are going to get euthanized tomorrow. They just have no more time. It's like shit.
Yep, just a mass execution.
So and the pound worker's like, oh man, tomorrow's gonna be a real good busy day. And I'm like, guys,
a good breakfast. Yeah.
Quit being excited about killing dogs. And Bernie goes to explore the hotel that they were taken from, and inside sees the
Anne Frank dog.
There's an Anne Frank dog, but also the guest book. Inside are all the names, all the dogs. When an adorable little beagle comes out from under a tablecloth, he was hiding and waiting for someone to pull a cord to create like this little windmill thing that Bruce designed for the clouds and moon to come out that he could bark at. And I almost cried here. I was like, oh,
for Harley.
The beagle bark. All he did was hide away so he could howl at the moon. But Bernie is impressed with the whole situation.
Mr. Cheadle is.
Friday. He
gets out.
He gets out so quickly. He slips out of the collar because he was one of the ones that wasn't put in a cage. He roams the streets to the pet store where Dave works. And they come by to surprise Andy. Dave and Friday, Andy at her all-girls home. Then all of them come to see Bruce. And they make a plan to get all the dogs out of the pound and over the county line. Because if they are caught across the county line, that's where they're taken to the no-kill shelter.
I'll be safe.
But remember, they have to do this before the pound closes today.
One day.
And they realize, this isn't going to be good for our situation, but the dogs will be saved. So it's something they got to do. And the pound, there's the 2 guys that are in the truck, and then there's just one worker at all times. The front desk guy.
Yeah, for 100 plus dogs.
And they tricked that one guy in the shelter to come outside. They lock him out so that they can break all the dogs out of there and lead them to the county line with a van filled with just so many sausages. Where'd they get all this sausage?
That's great. Let's say I think that leads to the Chicago lens.
I guess it's true. Yeah. And the animal control guy, like Heather was standing outside. The one big animal control guy was just about to lay his hands on a minor and try and arrest her. Like, you work for the pound. You can't arrest people.
Can't citizens arrest. Even if they are breaking laws. You can only kill dogs, man.
You can't put your hands on a minor like that either. But Mark's the real fucking hero as he fights the animal control guy, whipping him with sausages and
Beats
shit.
his ass. Go
Heather's
Mark.
kind of smitten, and the cops start chasing the van, full of sausages that is being followed by all 100 dogs. Right? The guy from earlier that got his hot dog stolen gets his hot dog stolen again.
Yeah, bummer.
He
Bummer,
needs to
dude.
quit eating hot dogs on the street.
Throw out in his hand, too.
Also, the one bulldog ripped a license plate off a cop car, but Friday's leading the whole pack all the to the county line. He's the one leading the way. But out of nowhere, POV black and white shot. He smells something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's his bone sweet bone bed.
Mm.
And he
Back
starts
at the
leading
hotel for dogs.
all the dogs home. The
The
hotel is
hotel.
their home. And so at the hotel, the general public, the cops, the animal control, the reporters, all the kids, all the dogs, everyone's there in the hotel.
Yes.
People are getting
Ready
arrested.
for the commentations. Dogs are
Dogs are
getting
getting
arrested.
manhandled. Yeah, everything looks bleak. But Bernie shows up. He's been in here the whole time to save the day. He interrupts. He's
He's got
like,
a game-saving speech, yeah.
the cops let him say his side of the story with the kids and the foster care. And what he does is he opens up that guest book and he reads the names of all the dogs from the guest list. And they appear behind him, one after another, as he tells their stories of how each and every one of the dogs found their place in the hotel and how all of the dogs are a family. And man,
Now
was
you're
I
crying.
crying.
Yeah, that was. And so, much like the movies where the animals are the protagonists, a big speech at the end wins over everybody. The cops basically they say, you know what, fuck it, we'll let it slide. You guys can have your hotel for dogs.
The cops allow the public and the reporters to explore the upstairs of the hotel as all the dogs run off into their home. And animal control's all upset. As they should be. They don't get to kill
As the Nazis
dogs.
are. Yeah.
And Andy and Dave kiss. They're in love. Heather even gives Mark a kiss on the cheek. They're not
They're
in
in
love,
love.
but she's smitten by his
They're in love.
heroics. And Bernie interrupts the kissing and Bruce and Andy and tells them that he unfortunately has not had any luck finding a foster family for them.
Yeah,
They
but he found a
realize,
real parent for him.
yeah, they're like, oh, it's fine. I know we're gonna have to be split up, but he says there is a
Well,
family that may adopt you and get you out of the system. They're like, adopt? What? No
what?
way. And
Yeah,
he starts to describe the wife, and then his wife comes up and she starts to describe the husband. It's them.
they
They
did it.
realize, even though the wife's like, you got to quit worrying about the kids and bringing work home, they realize that these kids are so important to them. God, I was crying again.
Yeah.
I cried
And even though it's
twice.
interracial, it's gonna work out.
Oh, well, that's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
And I was crying again. I was crying real good. And eventually, the hotel has been refurnished as a full service hotel. It's got like a nursery, dog care centers, areas for spa and salons and adoption. Carl and Lois are even employees of the hotel in the Hound Lounge performing their dog-based
Yeah,
80s
that's
rock
very
songs.
forgiving of them.
And the family is all together. Bernie, his wife, the kids are all together living inside the hotel now. And the hotel is renamed the Hotel for Dogs. And that is the end with a really nice a really nice end credit where it showed the cast and the crew and their dogs in the credits.
And them got adopted. Yeah, and that's Hotel for Dogs.
And there were a few other pets too. There was a cat. I think there was maybe there was a bird in there. I think there was a turtle. But that is
They
the
don't
end
matter.
of Hotel for Dogs.
You know some quirrs, Brandon?
Some
Some
barks,
barks.
bows and wows. Barks, roofs, barks, roofs, and woofs. Can you raise up that hand again? No, other hand. What are those black marks?
A pen.
Did you stab yourself?
No.
Oh, good. Thank goodness. Quotes. You are having 68 this week.
No, Brandon. We're doing barks, and of those, I have 0.
Shit.
Not contractually obligated for any barks. I'll be back next week with 68, though. You're right.
Okay. Did you
as promised?
So, did you take down 68 quotes this week? But
I did.
we're not doing them, so you don't have to say them.
Even. Yeah. How many do you got?
Not a lot. Why are my quotes so small? I don't know if you could see it. All of my fonts like size 10, but for some reason my quotes are like size 6 font.
That's bizarre. You're gonna have to dig in there. You have 17 of them?
No, there's pretty few. I've got 8.
Hit me with
2 from IMDb. The first one from IMDb is by Lois, the foster mom. She's so upset with Bernie after the kids stole everything. She's talking to Bernie. She's like, "I'm suing you. I'm suing the state. I'm suing those kids. I'm suing the guy who invented shrink wrap." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, calm down with your Phoebe Buffet voice.
Yeah, classic Kudrow.
And then Bernie, Don Cheadle, just talking to the kids right at the beginning of the movie, he just goes, "You sold a guy a rock in a box for $20?" And I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. That's trapping.
The 6 that I took, this one's from Lois. She goes, "We have rules. We eat dinner at a certain time so we can finish dinner at a certain time. Also, we can work on our rock manifesto at a certain time."
Rock opera.
Stupid.
Cool house to live in, probably.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, rockin'.
Except blame parents. Another Lois quote. Apparently, they're all from Lisa Kudrow. She's making the breakfast, right? And she tastes the pancake batter, I think, and she was like,
"Yeah,
this needs cinnamon, or cinnamon what Carl is allergic to." She's like, "I guess there's only one way to find out."
Dump it in. Fuck Carl. He deserved it.
Bruce and Andy. Andy goes, "Don't you think Friday deserves a real home with a real family?" And Bruce just goes, "But we are a real family."
There you go. That was so funny. Yeah. That's hilarious.
That's not a funny one. That's just a real one. When Mark first shows up, just like, "I'm gonna help you guys," he goes, "I want to help you guys. You know, I just worked down the street. I could watch The Fuzz, Run Interference, massage your shoulders."
Horny ass. Massage interference with his dick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what he meant.
Heather, when they're running their ploy on the animal control to lock that guy out, she runs up to the door, banging on the door. She's like, "Fire! Fire! Fire!" And he doesn't respond. She's like, "Hello? When a young girl's screaming for help and fire, you're supposed to do something."
You think so?
She did it right. If you're somebody, a girl in danger, you're supposed to yell fire and not help. That's the rule. Right. Everybody knows that. So she did it right. And my last one for you is my ultimate bark is when Bernie makes his big reveal and comes up to the top of the stage. He's like, "Hello, can I get a second?" They're like, "Who are you?" And he's like pulling out his badge. He's like, "I'm Bernie Wilkins, Social Services." And then chaos ensues as no one respected this title at all.
Yeah. Go Bernie, though.
Love Bernie. But that is the end of our barks.
Transitioning now to our bows.
But you do have 68 next week.
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah.
Sweet. Our bows. It's ratings time. What do you think Thermometer gave this? Ratings. And my friends get within 8. Yes, he can. 'Cause he knows movies.
50. I knew it.
Yeah.
What did we?
46.
Okay, that's with an 8, baby.
How about audiences?
Knew it. 57.
Yeah. It's a 55.
I'm right there, baby.
IMDb Metascore.
He's hot. The kid's hot. 5.6.
56.
Yeah.
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 It's a 51.
I'm right there.
And the audience score out of 10.
5.8.
Yeah. It's a 5.5.
Wow. They were all pretty close, but I did it.
They are all very close. Critics 46 and 51 for a 48.5 average. Audiences 55 and 55 for a 55 average. Before we give our scores, let's see where this little ditty landed on our list.
Sure.
It's loading. Okay. A 5.5 is going to put it at, because we've done 143 films at this point, the 58th worst film we've done.
Okay, right in the middle.
Right below it, Transformers: The Last Night with Cogman.
Good movie.
Christmas Mail, Morbius, the remake of Point Break, Little Nicky, and Jack Frost.
Okay.
Right above it, Dude, Where's My Car? Kicking and Screaming, New Year's Eve, Good Luck Chuck, Spy Kids, Liar Liar Vampire, Gus, The $1 Million Duck, Monster Trucks, etc.
You want to be in that group for sure. So for middle of the pack, little bitty Hollywood movie, I'm gonna give this a 6.2 on the lasagna scale. I think I liked it more this time around than when I did my initial theater experience with my mom. Yeah, tears were here too. So like my mom and you, makes you cry, a little bit emotionally manipulative. The dogs are good. The kids are pretty good. I mean, it's like a cheesy schmaltzy dog movie, so I think a 6.2 is fine.
You had some tears too, huh?
I don't think they fell out, but they were clouding the vision.
Nice. 6.2 is pretty close to me. I was a 6.7. No, let's go 6.8.
With an 8. With an 8.
Still with an 8. Like you said, the kids are good. The dogs, very good. Some of these dogs are super good. I mean, especially Friday.
Yeah.
Shows great emotion. Loved the role of Don Cheadle. Definitely fun. It's an easy watch at an hour and 38. Tugs on the heartstrings a little bit. You get a little cute action.
I recommend.
There. Yeah. So 6.2, 6.8. That's a 6.5 from us. You want to hear what people are saying?
Only if it's a critic first.
I do have 3 critics.
Ebert.
Kent Turner at the School Library Journal.
Hit it.
He says, while the book is utterly realistic, the film is fantastic and thus fundamentally different.
Okay.
Stephen Holden at the New York Times says, the film is loaded with enough stupid pet and human tricks to satisfy David Letterman for years to come.
That's true. We would have loved this.
And my last one's by like a newcomer critic reviewer, Roger Ebert.
Oh, thank God.
At the Chicago Sun-Times.
Big Rock, as he's known.
He said, what I thought instead was Marley has a lot he could learn from these dogs.
Oh, I agree.
2.5 out of 4 stars, which is a 5 out of 8. So that's 62.5, 63. He's right there. Within 8.
We're the boys. Speaking of boys of the crew, Songbird here.
That's a female, but yes.
What is her review?
She's got a review on August 2nd, 2016, almost your birthday.
Okay. Almost.
She said, Hotel for Dogs, this reviewer didn't find to be a great film. Why is she speaking like that?
He's autistic. Yes.
Hotel for Dogs, this reviewer didn't find
I
to
don't
be a
think she
great
thinks
film.
that.
But there was far worse to choose from out there. It was basically nothing more or less than a harmless diversion that knew what it wanted to be and who it was aiming for. There's a good deal to like about Hotel for Dogs, as well as an equal amount of not so good things. The star of the film is the dogs, who are simply adorable and very well trained. Love the scenes and tricks with them that were adeptly choreographed, entertaining, and cute. One of the film's highlights was the climactic escape across the city, which was quite exciting and paced in a very spirited way. Kevin Dillon and Lisa Kudrow overcompensate badly as the foster parents, and the dog catchers are just annoying and there as a plot device. While there are amusing, never hilarious, and touching moments, and many cute ones with the dogs, they don't come consistently. This reviewer found it an ending smelt from miles away, and even then still found it too easy and convenient. All in all, harmless and inoffensive diversion, not bad, but not great. 5 out of 10.
Not too far off us, anyways. Didn't strike a chord with her as much. I doubt she cried.
This review on IMDb is 8 paragraphs long that I
No,
chopped
don't
down.
do it. Okay. Make it even briefer.
No, that was a little songbirds.
Oh, okay, good. Is Snoopy's here?
Snoopy's here. He's always pretty brief.
Thank God. Yeah, you're right.
February 23rd, 2014. He says, "There's a very sweet and poignant story here. The foster kids don't really have a home, and neither do the stray dogs. Their parallel plights make for a great heartbreaking story. However, this is strictly a kiddie movie. I don't have a major problem with that, although there are quite a few poop jokes and silly kiddie moments. 6 out of 10.
So I did watch it after all.
He did, yeah, of course. It's an
Big
animal.
boy.
It's not animated, but it is animal based between 2003 and 2012.
Of course.
And I don't think I have a. Oh, I have one more returner.
Do them.
No, that one's later. Next one's by G-Pal. February 6th, 2009.
Don't know.
G-Pal says, this movie is deserving of an Oscar. Don Cheadle should be nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his truly moving performance. All of the actors were also worthy of praise. This movie shall revolutionize cinema as we know it. We need a sequel to this epic story, like Lord of the Rings, but with an even higher budget. And Peter Jackson needs to direct this sequel. Not often do I watch a film and find myself questioning how I treat animals. I was inspired by this film to open up my own animal sanctuary. This film is better than The Dark Knight. I said it. It was as close as we'll ever get to Hotel Rwanda 2. G-Pal, 10 out of 10.
G-Pal out. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not good enough to write down, but he's pretty good.
I would love to actually see the epic sci-fi, epic fantasy storytelling of Hotel for Dogs directed by
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson. That's a mix between The Dark Knight and Hotel Rwanda 2. So
it was better than Dark Knight, mind you, but yes.
Crazy statement to be better than the IMDb's top 5 film.
Well, if it made him a sanctuary, I could see why.
Yeah. Next is by newcomer Rectangular Businessman.
That's a cool name.
June 16th, 2010, he says, Hotel for Dogs is just another boring live-action Disney film with annoying characters and a horrible plot full of bad cliches and dumb jokes. Nothing in this film is remotely funny. The story was dumb and the direction was bland at best. The only good things were the dogs. Disney should stick to animated films and stop doing this boring and bland live-action film. Along with the game plan, Hotel for Dogs is one of the worst Disney films. 1 out of 10.
Game plan, catching some strays.
I will say I think this is better than the game plan.
I haven't seen the game plan, so I'll take your word for it.
It's got The Rock.
Okay, I knew that.
So you'll probably think this is better. But
yeah, I hate him.
Next one, newcomer, Inkblot 11. April 17th, 2009. They say, Hotel Diggity Dog. Here's a... oh my goodness, I got a scratch. Wait, give me a drink.
He's drinking.
Like hot diggity dog.
Hot diggity hotel dog.
Hotel Diggity Dog. Here's another fine family flick with the most lovable furry stars. Therefore, if you want to bring a quality film to your family and friends, make sure you get this one very soon. A tail wagging, howling good time will be had by all. 8 out of 10.
It was written by a dog.
It's just full of dog based puns.
Yeah, that was an actual dog.
Penultimate is by a returner. Snakes on an African Plain.
Okay, I don't remember them, but
Plain Plain.
yeah.
December 14th, 2011, they say. Harmless but forgettable fluff designed to make every child feel as though they are worth something. All of this would be easier to swallow if Roberts and Austin were relatable. They commit crimes to make money. Who cares if their parents are dead? There are plenty of law-abiding orphans out there. Cheadle is a surprise turn out in this paint by numbers fluff. It can be entertaining, but the dog handlers deserve the biggest congratulations. 4 out of 10.
He seems like he hated it more than that. What's wrong with making kids feel good?
I don't know. But like really harsh to like who cares if kids' parents are dead?
Yeah. Not Snakes on an African Plain.
And my last one, newcomer Robert Temple 1. On almost your birthday, August 4th, 2009.
That is almost, right?
He says, attention all dog lovers. Attention all dog lovers. This film is full of terrific dogs, all doing cute things, and a very amusing story. A fantasy, of course, but fun. Cat lovers might even learn a thing or two, such as how superior dogs are to those slinking creatures with sharp claws whom some people mistakenly prefer. There are many, many, many dogs in the film, not just a few. It is sheer dog-ageddon. The film is delightful, amusingly done, treated as a lark, not too sentimental, and most enjoyable for people who love dog films. The people who made the recent failure Marley and Me, see my review, should take lessons from the people who made this one. There's no use making a bad dog film. All the dog and dog lovers will just hate you. Dogs are sensitive, and so are dog lovers. In this film, there were some nervous moments for all dogs and dog lovers when certain derogatory remarks were made about certain substances that some clumsy humans stepped in. As all dogs know, humans should be more careful. There are certain dogcessities which must be respected and not made the butt of jokes. This film is a woofing good fun all around and cannot be recommended highly enough to those of us adhering to the highest canine standards in entertainment. 10 out of 10.
I think it's might just because it's late, but that review pissed me off. I'm just mad at him.
I figured you would be, because you have a cat.
Yeah, correct.
Also, I don't think Marley and Me is actually that bad at all. I think there's some moments in it that are highly artistic to it. But I think anybody that's like a dog lover is like, you can't kill a fucking dog in a movie.
Yeah, so, I think that's no go.
But that is ending it this week. Are you recommending Hotel for Dogs?
Yeah, blanket recommendation.
I will too. Throw it out there. Big ol' recommend, especially kids and families, but anybody that wants to watch it,
and dogs.
Yeah, and dogs and dog lovers and all that. And that is ending episode 3 for the Pet Pals. We got one more.
Ratatouille.
Our masterpiece.
Even though he's not really a pet, he kind of is, I guess.
Can be.
More of a coworker. But yeah.
And we are that's gonna end season 9. Holy shit.
One of our favorites.
And then it's bracket time. I think I named it Breaking Bracket, like Breaking Bad.
But we're almost running out of puns, but yes, that'll be our celebration of the age. Yeah, no, we're good.
And then season 10. We got 2 themed months back to back. Basketball and space. They're coming. We got some guests. It's gonna be a woofing good time.
So go watch Hotel for Dogs.
Go watch it. Watch Ratatouille.
We recommend it
to get caught up before we do Ratatouille. And look at the fucking sun.
We were able to last week.
The eclipse is over, I know, but still look at it.
Yep.
Especially if you're able to see it at night. Really cool. Look at the sun at night. So
great advice. Love you all.
Love you. Good douche.
Camping.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Hotel for dogs.
Yeah, that review is making me mad.
I figured it would. Have you put anything into the drive yet? I'm looking at it right now.
Definitely not. Part 1.
No, I mean votes.
Oh no. I'll do that tomorrow when I send it to you.
Nice. Looks like I put in a couple, so I need to put Dougal in for worst picture.
Oh, wrong choice.
What do you mean? You gave it a terrible score.
Yeah, but you can't give Dougal worst picture.
No, but I'm Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong is winning worst picture. But in there also Marcy X, the Heartbreak Kid, and Dougal.
Marcy X maybe, but no, not Evil Ginger Dead.
It made me realize how bad of a season this was because I really only have 3 Best Picture nominees: Groundhog Day, Cannibal Women, and Ratatouille.
Yeah, we gotta do some digging.
I guess 50 First Dates is getting a nom. And then Eurovision?
Figure it out.
Howard the Duck? Shit. I'm gonna work on my stuff.
I gotta get out of here, Brent.
You get out of here, homie.
See ya.
Later.